Welcome back, homestead family and backyard gardeners. This is Rob from Gardens Fresh Homestead, eating fresh to your plate. And today on the 31st of August, we're on the last day of winter. Doesn't feel like winter at the moment, only late evenings, early mornings. But it's time to get our spring and summer crop going with our sunflowers and sweet corn. But before I get going, if you are a real human being and you've clicked on this video, can you give this big garden video a big thumbs up on the way in, and write your thoughts and comments down below. It'd be really much appreciated, because I would really like to know what you do. Either direct sow or put your seedlings on a heat mat. That's today's topic on this episode today. So today, the other week, we germinated our giant sunflowers. Now last year these were 10 feet tall to 6 feet tall. They were taller than me. They were way taller. Absolutely unbelievable. The galahs and cockatoos were in droves just eating the sunflowers to bits. I'll put that video up right now. But here we are at our raised garden bed, and it is 5 meters by 1 meter, and I'll put the link in the description below so you can look at these seedlings and how we started them. Absolutely awesome. They're growing nice and tall and straight at the moment. That's what you want. We've got 20 here, so that's pretty good going. And we've got Yates sweet honey corn, so we're going to be planting them. So we'll just put these down for the moment. Now this row here we're going to direct sow, and the other side we're going to put them in a seedling tray, and we're going to see which one germinates better. I had better germination rate direct sowing last year than what I did on the heat mat, or putting the seedling tray outside and let them just germinate naturally. So I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below. What do you do? Which is better for you? So I've stepped these out to about 350 mil, or about 14 inches in the old scale. So we're not out in a big paddock, a big field, so you know, we're not planting them every 30 to 36 inches. You know, this is, you know, your homestead, your house, whatever. So pretty much, you know, 300 mil, or about 10 inches is probably about the minimum you can get away with. You know, and about a 4 by 4 foot raised garden bed is what you're going to really need to get success with your germination, and also the pollination from the tassels that fall down, that land on the silks and go back to the cob, which is the kernel, to get your corn. So that is really interesting. And also too, that this is a grass crop as well. This is from Native America, you know. So today that's what we're going to be planting, is the sweet honey corn. I don't think I've used these before, so we'll just see how we go. So I've already marked out my bed where I want all my seedlings to go. I'm going to put in my sunflowers first. One at the back, one at the front, and right over here as well. And I'm also going to stake them up. That's what it's all about, keeping those sunflowers nice and tall and straight. So without further ado, me harping on, let's get gardening. Okay. Grab this one here. Yeah, see, there you go. And we're going to keep this, and we're going to put these onto our bigger stake pegs, or you know, these are usually for tomato cage, but I like to use these to support my crop. It does really well. So I've already pre-dug my holes. Take that off like so. Move that. Here we go. So just cover them up. All right. Okay. And the reason for that is we want to keep these sunflowers nice and tall and straight, not a curve and bend, and the stalks will fall over and bend, especially in this early stage of development, because sometimes it'll snap its back, like this one here, and you'll see that that will die off if we don't start pinning it up nice and straight. All right, this one's nice and good. And you also will have to move them up as it keeps growing, and then eventually you'll just have to remove the stake and the peg because it'll get really too fat for those little pins to hold. Here. I think, yep. Make sure it's holding. Yep, awesome. Okay, now we're just going to go over here, do the last two. Just try and move there. Okay. We'll just grab these two here like that. I won't use that one. I'll just use a different peg here. It's not the best one, but we'll have to do. Okay, so we've established those four at the moment. I'm going to do another 4 row on that side, but now we're going to get onto the corn, which is what we're going to be talking about today. As I said, last year we had really great success with growing corn with our sunflowers, and I saw multiple ears, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of ears, and we've never had that on the homestead before. And I go against the grain of growing certain vegetables or fruit in different areas on your homestead, and that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years, just mixing it up and changing it and see what you can do in limited space. So that's what I'm doing here today. We're going to take these little pots off. that down. Okay, so here we are. There's the sweet corn. All right, let's get into it. Another packet in alfoil. Hopefully these are easy. See that? Usually they just throw them in the bag. Yeah, and again, oh my god. Be back in a second. Okay, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Most of the time, you know, they just put the seeds in the bag and that's it, you know, and now all of a sudden they start to put them in this alfoil type of bag and you just can't tear it. So you just have to get a pair of scissors. So we're going to do one per hole here. So what have we got? 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. All right. So let's show you. There we are. Okay, now we're going to get some fresh compost from my own garden. They've been my first compost bin over here. Look at that, absolutely beautiful and rich. Like, that is just ready, perfect. Okay, right, I'm going to give these a nice drenching, a nice soaking, and then we're going to head off to the cutting table and we're going to prepare our seedling tray and put them on the heat mat. So I'll see you there. Okay, so we're back here at cutting table now and we're going to put the sweet honey corn into the seedling trays. Now we've got Searle's Radish potting mix here. And we're just going to put the bag up and just hopefully that should be enough. I'm just going to spread it out like so. Maybe a couple of handfuls. A bit more. Okay, just going to pick the tray up and just bounce it up and down a bit. Now, grab a couple of your 2 middle fingers there and just pat the squares in. So write your thoughts and comments down below. What do? Do you use direct sow or do you put these seedlings on a seedling tray and put it on a heat mat? What do you do? Last year I did all three, direct sow, heat mat, and I just put these outside in the morning sun and both worked pretty damn well actually. So I just want to know what my viewers do. It'd be really interesting to hear your thoughts and comments. All right. There you are, like that. Pat it down. Now I'm going to give this a nice water and I'll be right back. Okay, I've just come back from watering my 24 seedling tray here. And we're just going to get our corn out. And one per cell. Okay, put a couple of seeds back in the packet. Fold it over like so. And we just need a handful of seedling mix now to finish it all off, like that. Alright, now I'm going to give these another water and I'm going to put these in the seedling tray. I'm just going to leave them out in the sun for an hour or so just to get the temperature up and humidity. So by the time I put these onto the heat mat, you know, they're underway off to the races basically and starting to germinate. So that's my tips on how to grow corn for this spring and summer. Write your thoughts and comments down below what you do. It'd be really much appreciated. I'd really like to hear about it. I've been super successful planting my corn and sunflowers for the last couple of years. It has worked out absolutely beautifully and you're going to have an amazing summer crop. So until next time, have a great big we'll go to the shops. Thank you very much again for watching at Garden's Fresh Homestead. Bye for now.